Hello Aquarius. I am not sure where your reading's heading, but we're going to go with it. Sometimes you get these funny gendered readings. I remember once you had what it feels like for a girl. So I don't know if I'm getting like judgmental energy. I don't know if it's towards you or from you. You have got Saturn in your sign at the moment, which is very traditional, kind of like traditional old man energy. It's kind of judgy, and I don't know, mixed with Aquarian energy, which can be a little bit judgy, a little bit holier than thou. I don't know if that aspect of you is coming out. Yeah, I'm not sure. The song that came through for you was by Hole, which is the Courtney Love, which is interesting because I swear there was some kind of Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain thing going on between you and Pisces last time I did your readings. But you have, okay, swear warning, bad word warning. You've got Teenage Whore by Hole. So again, I don't know if this maybe was you being a bit wild in your younger years. I don't know, maybe you've got a teenager who's acting in a way that you don't like. Maybe you're just being a little bit judgy, Aquarius. I don't know. Let's move on swiftly from that. I don't know if that's going to come out in the cards or not. We'll see. I was getting progress for you. It's like progress is the name of the game. I don't know, maybe you're doing games of some kind, like making board games or playing board games, you know, and it's a board game called Progress. I don't know if that's, you know, like Game of Life keeps coming through recently at the moment. With Saturn in your chart, you probably are very work focused, very focused on money, household, making a name for yourself. Basically, with the combination of Jupiter, which is a planet about luck, and Saturn being in your sign, you may realize that luck is going to come in for you when you work hard and when you really learn from those tough lessons in life. So that could be something that's going on for you at the moment. You could be feeling very, very serious. Be careful you're not judging yourself. I'm getting like too much work, like you've got too much of a work mindset at the moment. It's almost like you're not letting yourself have any fun. You're taking yourself a bit too seriously, perhaps. We'll see what comes through. It's like all work and no play. Virgo's been getting that a lot as well. Okay, Aquarius, lovely, lovely water bearers. What do you have for me today? East, inner core, and change. Yeah, a change to your inner core. Beginnings east, solidity inner core, and changing the wind, and movement speed. I'm getting Dorothy, Wizard of Oz, which is funny because I've just been kind of looking at a reference to that. It came up in a TV show that I was watching. Sorry about my slightly scruffy jumper. So it's funny that that should come through again. Movement and speed. Yeah, some big change within you. And it could happen quite fast, I feel. It's going to affect your foundations, I feel. It could come in like a tower moment for some of you, but for most of you, it feels like more of an internal tower. It's like some kind of, it's almost like a different way of looking at yourself, like seeing yourself differently, like you've not seen yourself before. It feels like a big internal shift. It's almost like you see here, like the cracking of the surface. Solidity is inner core, like the surface doesn't work. It's interesting, the album cover for that song that randomized for you was called Pretty on the Inside. So this is like finding the inner beauty, perhaps finding the inner beauty within yourself, but also within other people, looking under the surface. The cracks, they're telling me the cracks have shifted. Cracks have shifted. I don't know if you're connecting with Cancer. I'm being drawn to Cancer's reading. They had something about oh, my heart, yeah, maybe. They just had something about surface level beauty and the aging body, and dealing with that, dealing with the changes to your body. If perhaps you've relied on the way you look, you know, like perhaps sometimes Cancer gets this kind of performer energy, like an actor or an actress on the stage, and you know, the roles drying up kind of thing was how it was coming through. So there's something with you where you're seeing the inner beauty here. Also this interesting thing with the hands, like the connectivity of the hands, like hands around the world, like support, your support network perhaps. But you see this kind of, this cylindrical thing. It's almost moving for me like this. It's like something about the earth, the surface of the earth moving, and something about the core. So I'm just looking at like the numbers. I was thinking, could you be born in March? But no, that's Pisces, isn't it? Start of March. You'd be January, February. So no, unless you're born on the 3rd. Okay, let's keep going. What's this one that's not picked up properly? Raven. Yeah, interesting with the... I was kind of noticing this raven here on this card. Can you see this okay? I'm just checking your view. Yeah. So it's a change that's coming in with some sort of news, which creates this internal shift. Again, with this kind of portal here and here. Could be news from the east. Like, hang on, never eat shredded wheat. I always have to do that. My compass points, I get them flipped. Okay, so talking about the compass points getting flipped, I was getting something in a reading about the poles shifting, like the hot becoming the cold and the cold becoming the hot. I'm not trying to make you panic. I'm not predicting the end of the world or anything like that. I think there's a more mundane meaning to what comes through. But I was reading something about astrology and the different systems that different astrologers use, and the Western system is based, I believe, on the poles of the sun. Now, the sun doesn't just have a north pole and a south pole. They have, I think, 2 more poles on the equator. So a north and south and a north and south. Like there's like 6 total, I think, on the sun. And these magnetic poles on the sun shift. Which I guess creates a turn in the sun, and it creates solar flares. So it's almost like an internal shift, like something inside you shifting on its axis, shifting on its poles, and creating this movement, this change, this turn. Okay, but it comes in with news. It's like it's coming. It could be to do with like the rotation of the planet and news breaking in different places first. So something could break in one time zone, and then it's got like almost like a ripple effect through the different time zones. So there could be something like that. It's got the shifting like time thing to it. Like people wake up to the news. And again here, it could be global travel, like you're traveling between time zones. I think you had this recently as well. Perhaps you do travel a lot, like globally for work. But you can see here as well, she's shifting like cities. She's going between different cities. Voice under there, so it's like going between different cities and speaking something, sharing your news, or your news is being shared in different time zones. Aquarius, please. For the, I think it's the 8th, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Again, like it's something about different places, different time zones. In some places it's like going to be the 8th, in some places it's going to be the 7th, in some places it's going to be the 9th. It's like something about time shifting, or time being in blocks, like blocks of time. Truth, Jackal, and Purpose, Shark. And change again with the chameleon there. Change again with the chameleon. Okay, truth and purpose. There may be that it may be that you are speaking some kind of deep inner truth. Can you see these cards? Okay, I keep checking. Speaking some kind of deep inner truth. You know, revealing something, sharing your news. This is the truth of who I am. This is my purpose here. What is my purpose here? And finding that within. Funny, it does feel like you're like almost like a day ahead. I know that you're a day behind technically when the videos go up, but it feels like you're a day ahead of Capricorn's reading, because Capricorn was doing that intense like hermit mode, deep dark, oh my heart, deep dark dive, you know, into who they really are inside, like beautiful on the inside, right? Pretty on the inside. You could surprise yourself here with now I don't know if this is you or somebody that you are connecting with, but the shark, you know, it is this apex predator. You know, they've got a lot of drive, a lot of ambition, a lot of purpose, a lot of strength. it's almost finding that within, where this like peace here at the center of this person, there's this dove of peace, where here this person's a little bit more focused, intent, solitary. So funny. Again, chameleon and change, it's like the shifting surface. This came through for Libra. The surface shifting, the adaptability of Libra, very Gemini-like to show different aspects of themselves, because Libra for me is like a gem, like a cut gem. They turn and show different facets of themselves in different situations. But for me, you can shine a light through that Libra diamond and understand that it's all part of the whole. You know, the chameleon doesn't really change, it just changes its colour. It could be somebody who changes the hair colour a lot, something like this. It's like the internal doesn't change and the diamond doesn't change, it's just the light that shines on it that's different. Maybe you are dealing with a Libra. Yeah, there's no real change. Maybe the change... Oh, so that's the message. I had it wrong. Assessing. Yeah, you're assessing. It's something about, and again, I've got a Tell Me Anything reading that has a very similar topic. It's something about understanding that the way somebody looks, the way somebody presents, the clothes they wear, the hair, the makeup, the way that they talk and act, may just be a mask. It may just be the way that they deal in social situations, the way that they wish to present themselves, perhaps to hide an aspect that's underneath. Some people are more whole, some people are more authentic, you know, no matter which situation you put them in. My daughter being one of them, she's not very good at switching modes. She's herself, and it's like it or lump it. Other people are a little bit more adaptable, a little bit more bendable. So some people understand that you know, it could be the way that you're raised. Again, I was taught to smile. Like when I was a little girl, a little blonde girl, I was taught to smile sweetly at the shopkeepers, and they might give me extra stuff, which is a horrible lesson. But it could be something to do with like you know, when you're on the telephone to the bank, you know, you act in quite a professional manner. But if you're kicking a ball around the park with the children, you can act a bit more goofy. So it's somebody who's very adaptable, perhaps at changing their outward surface appearance in different situations. So sometimes this can give people a bit of a, it can be defensive as well. It can make, it can build a wall where it can be hard to relate to somebody if they're constantly changing, if they're constantly like that surface is constantly moving. I understand now why they were showing me like the earth moving and the sun moving. It's like you're constantly seeing different aspects of this person's personality, so they seem quite changeable. They seem almost perhaps a little bit bipolar even, but I want to say that they're not. I want to say that the inner core is solid. Like again, with this thing about it, you can shine a light through the diamond and you can really see the whole picture. You can see that it's all different, just different ways of viewing the same. So with that song that you had, and I was saying perhaps somebody's been a bit judgmental, it's like only seeing one part of the story of a person. You know, if somebody says somebody's a bad person, are they really a bad person, or is that just the general opinion? It's funny that this should come up again because it was a topic that I was dealing with a couple of weeks back. Yeah, I want to say that I want to say it's not even one person. Again, that Tell Me Anything reading could be for you, especially if you've like been up a mountain recently, because it was coming through like somebody getting a higher perspective, you know, being able to look out over the trees and really see the bigger picture. And it was this reassessment of the people in their lives, and looking behind the masks, behind the way that the people present, and really understanding the inner character of people. So it's funny, well, Sagittarius just has something like this where it's like they were the one doing it. They were the one almost like defining the character, giving the people the purpose. So it's like maybe it's something to do with looking at people's full birth charts and really understanding how the different placements and the movement of planets will affect people at different points in their life. It could be something like that, but there's certain things about our personalities that are constant. For example, I've got a huge amount of Libra in my chart, talking about the adaptability, but Libra is the justice card. You know, integrity is important to Libra, truth is important to Libra, and yes, they can be very, very changeable, but that core is a constant. I've also got Mars in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius, as I say, my daughter's, you know, like me or lump me. She's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very, very honest, very open, very honest, to the point where they're going to put the foot in the mouth and blurt things out, right? And your Mars is about how you take action, but also what makes you angry, what riles you up. Now, if I'm ever accused of something unfairly, it's a huge trigger for me. So if, say, I was at school and a group of children stole some sweets and I didn't, and I was accused of doing it, I would be livid. So for me, my defending my integrity, defending my my good morals is quite important to me because of those placements. You know, somebody perhaps with Gemini as Mars would be a little bit more of a trickster. So, you know, a little bit more changeable. So, are people changeable on the outside? What is their inner core? Is their inner core constant? It could be talking about someone's actual stability, like how grounded someone is, how good they are at adapting to change. Do they resist change? Do they stand firm in the storm? Again, Libra and Sagittarius both had this thing about a brick house, like standing. What did Sagittarius get? Sorry, just checking. I'm still standing by Elton John. I'm still standing after the storm. So what part of you is constant? I don't feel like it's you're reassessing other people, but somebody, the truth is somebody. Now, it's not necessarily bad. Sometimes shark energy can serve us. Sometimes shark energy is necessary when we need to be a little bit ruthless, a little bit like ripping the plaster off, right? We'll see what comes out of that. So it's kind of giving me studio. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's what he's giving me. Discernment. Yeah, Capricorn just had this. What are they giving me? Oh, they were giving me something then. They're giving me the magpie thing. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. I don't know any more than that, but that's what they were just giving me. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 3 for a boy. Maybe somebody's very superstitious. I'm going to put this here because, again, it's this inner core opening. There is a bit of a... There's always this relatability between these 6 signs, I find. Libra to Pisces. Somebody could be opening up to you. Somebody could be revealing their true nature to you, their inner core. I wonder if somebody's concerned about their true nature. Resilience. And growth. Look at that. It's almost like these vines, they grow down and they fix this person into place over time. Like somebody's burdens have actually almost trapped them. Talking about the inner core, right? Pretty on the inside, and the truth in the jackal. This speaks to me about, is it Anubis in Egyptian culture that guides people in the afterlife, where they get the soul weighed on the scale against a white feather. It's like, is your soul as light as a feather? The sharks. I want to go straight to the shark. I feel like the sharks are something that's internal. Purpose. You are perfectly formed to be who you were born to be. There is great power in keeping your focus. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. So keep moving forward. You are protected in a difficult task. You are protected in a difficult task. The people of Polynesia had a very different relationship to sharks than most other cultures. Rather than being the object of horror and fear, sharks were honoured for their power and purpose, and they were seen as gods or amakua who could be protective. The shark, maybe you've got like Polynesian heritage or something. The shark god, I'm not going to say it all. The shark god was a powerful god but quite a lonely one. He used to swim close to the shore and became friendly with the human people there. The people would, the shark would watch the people swim and fish and watch the sunset in its many colours. And it was during one such time that he saw a human woman who he felt was very beautiful. He got her attention and her trust, and they both fell in love. I guess this is this like mermaid shark woman. She fell pregnant, and when it was her time, and when her time came, she birthed a magic green shark. The son helped his parents in the sea and would help his mother and her people whenever they went fishing or as protection when they travelled. In Hawaiian culture, animals can be a family's amakua, a kind of protective spiritual guardian. This is a form of reincarnation of a family member after death, and they could transform into an animal. Some families had sharks as their amakua, and these families would never fear sharks, knowing that their ancestors were alive but in shark form. Sharks are magnificent creatures built for purpose. They are focused on their job as a predator and are exquisitely fine-tuned to do this. Every sense is supercharged, every move is purposeful. Use shark magic when you want to find your purpose and your focus again. Perhaps you are procrastinating or simply think you cannot finish a project, so call in the energy of the shark to keep your eyes on the prize. So some kind of focus, some kind of purpose focus. Tell me about the shark for Aquarius's reading, please. Tell me about the shark for Aquarius's reading. I just want to check it because, again, it's like this feeling of like, it's shown as a shark. This is like a scary thing. Do I trust it, or is it something I should be concerned about? So that's what is my thought process right now. Tell me about the shark in Aquarius's reading, please. Wow, that was some energy. Okay, there is quite rapid action being taken here, or perhaps some form of communication. The Eight of Fire is like, it can be like rapid messages, like your phone blowing up, or you know, it's go time, that kind of thing. It's action, communication being taken. Now the Five of Earth is a card about some kind of financial loss or something that didn't work out. It can be a division of the assets. It's something that's failed. It's something that's disappointing. The Two of Air is a crossroads. It's almost like a mental blockage where, look at this. It's almost a mental blockage where your thoughts cloud your decision-making process. You have to trust your instincts, rely on your inner core, your inner truth to guide you through this situation at this time, whoever that is. Okay, I don't know if that was helpful or not. It's not cleared things up for me, but perhaps it has for you. I don't know if your warning bells are ringing. I think you know, you don't have to completely distrust this person, but you can have an element of, I'm not going to put all my eggs in this person's basket. I'm going to have a little bit of sense of you know, patience in figuring this person out if something doesn't seem right with them. Let's read let's go with the Jackal and Truth. 44. Authenticity is important. Live your truth fearlessly. Somebody around you is not telling the truth. Do not fear what you cannot control. We will all leave a legacy, and so you should consider what this might be for you. My daughter's off school today. Death is a part of life. You should consider what this might be for you. Death is a part of life. We will leave a legacy. What is your truth? How do you want to be remembered? Tell me about truth and jackal for Aquarius. Somebody who can look after themselves, somebody who can who's not dependent on anyone else for their stability. This person is wearing a mask though. Tell me about the Nine of Earth, please. I asked about the truth and jackal and I got the Nine of Earth. There may be some confusion at this time about choices. These two jackals are facing in different directions. We saw that the crossed swords of the Two of Swords. Now, the Seven of Water can be a lot of different options and feeling quite overwhelmed by that. Now, I think if somebody's choosing something, they want to do it from a place where they feel stable, especially if this is like dating or something like this. It's like they want to feel like they're solid, they're stable. So if a Tower moment hits, they're going to be okay. They're not going to be in that Five of Pentacles, disappointment, I've had a loss energy. So there's a little bit of, I want to say like distrust or confusion about the emotional offers that are being presented at this time. Or it's if it's not emotional offers, it's emotional choices. I've got different choices here and different emotions attached, but I don't know what the outcome's going to be if I don't pick a cup. So maybe I'm better off on my own, something like that. Ten of Earth, but this is saying like share. This is like okay. You've got change and change. So let's read these two cards. Right in the center of the reading as well. So there is a change. Change is a natural part of life, so resistance is futile. Ride the energies of change and know where you are going. The fear will lessen. It's not always wise to just blend in with everybody else. Flexibility in mind and body is advantageous. Do not take too long to make your decision. And then change and wind. Resisting change is useless. Be prepared for a change in direction. You have been warned of change, so believe it. Tell me about the change. You've got a big warning about change and something about not resisting. Tell me about change for Aquarius. What is the change? What's changing? Explain the change. Maybe it's... this is you, Aquarius energy, the Hangman. Feeling tied up in something. This lady, she's all tangled up in this change, and I feel like you're tangled up in this change as well. This change. I don't know, it came through like money, change. You are tied up in this, like it or not. There is a change happening. It is going to affect you. So you need to change your perspective from a perspective of fear of the unknown, into I feel like you feel like you're being dragged into something unwillingly, it feels like. And I think it's coming from a place of fear of the unknown, where I think with this truth and this shark, you're being asked to see yourself not as a victim of circumstance. And this is the blah blah blah. What is wrong with my words at the moment? Words. You're being asked to change your perspective and not see yourself as a victim of change, as somebody who is swept along unwillingly, but to see change as an opportunity and to almost take advantage of the change. What do you want from this? Where do you see it going? So that Seven of Cups feels like the confusion of the unknown. So what are you good at? What are you skilled at? What do you enjoy doing as like a hobby? What do you feel proficient at? What do you feel confident about? So what part of your skill set makes you feel confident? This is something about what you do, what you've put a lot of effort into over time, and it's to do with passion and confidence. And the Queen of Fire also steps up. She tells the Chariot where to go. So there could be some kind of something where you can take the lead here. There is a specific cup that is divinely guided at this time. So water is cups, which is emotional energy. Often it talks about people around us, specific people in our lives, friends, family, love interests, children, whatever. Aces are often something new. So there's a new divine opportunity for new emotions to enter your life in some way. Now, it could be an existing relationship where you kind of layer up and find out something new about somebody that you didn't know before. It takes the relationship to a different level. It could be a love offer or an offer of assistance coming in as well. The Three of Fire, this leads to some sort of decision being made, which you're being asked to do. You're asked to make a decision here, and you're asked to choose your heart. Choose what speaks to your heart, choose what you're passionate about, choose what you're interested in. So if this is work and this is career, and there's some kind of change at work and you've got a lot of directions open that you could go in, you don't know, you're kind of waiting for your boss to place you in a different department. It could be like your department's closing, you're going to be placed in a different department. Rather than just seeing yourself as, oh, I wonder where I end up, take control of the wheel and say, do you know what? I'm really passionate about this, but I'm very skilled at this. So of those 7 options, I'm going to go to my boss and say, you know, this is my skill set. I'm very passionate and interested in that project. If you're going to put me anywhere, can it be on one of those 2? You know, and it's going to help your boss decide where to place you, because you've basically gone and said, look, this is what I'm going to be good at. Put me there. You know, it makes their job easier. So yeah, it's like, don't wait to be placed somewhere where you're not going to be happy and then you're just going to have to ask for a transfer anyway. Choose what you love, choose what you're good at, choose what makes you feel confident, choose your own skill set, the things that you know that you've developed over time. If this was a love interest, it's again, it's like, yeah, making a decision based on your heart, based on a love offer coming in, somebody who makes you, who you're magnetically attracted to, who makes you feel confident. You know, it's easy to make these choices. So rather than just, you know, putting yourself on a dating app and, you know, waiting for somebody to come to you who you might not even like, you know, approach that person that you like and say, hey, love to grab a coffee with you sometime. You know, show this person that you're interested. Otherwise, you know, they might not know, they might not realize. So it's that kind of energy of like, don't just wait for you know, don't just twiddle your thumbs and procrastinate and wait to see what rolls your way. What are you good at? What are you skilled at? Where is your heart leading you? It seems obvious, right? But I don't know. So there is an opportunity for new beginnings there without beginnings. Could be that you do have to move, you know, change location, relocate, you know, travel for work, or, you know, something like that, where, because it does say movement and beginnings. So maybe that's the question, you know, I really, really want this job, it's my dream, but I would have to move, I'd have to relocate, there'd be a big change. What's stopping you? What are you afraid of? Do you want to do that? Then do it. You know, if that's your truth, then do it. That's what I want to say. Do you know, I feel like I'm kind of done with this reading. I think, you know, just connect to that inner Aquarius, connect to that inner you. Don't worry about what other people are saying, other people's opinions. It's not their life to lead, it's your life to lead. Yes, it may have an impact on, you know, your family and things like that, but at the end of the day, if you're doing something you love, you're going to be better at it than doing something because it's what came your way. You know, follow your heart. Follow your heart, and also what makes you feel confident because you know you're good at it. Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon the inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. So this is why we need the shark energy within. You know, get out that inner shark. Don't see yourself as a passive victim of events. See yourself as the person who's in control of their own destiny. Fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Can I get advice, please, for Aquarius? Advice for Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius, please. Herne. And you've got balance there. Again, Libran energy coming through on that one. Also this kind of Eastern symbol coming through that you've got a couple of times there in the reading. Yeah, it could be expanding a business in, you know, globally, you know, taking it from one location and opening it up in multiple locations, and perhaps you're opening an office in the East, I don't know. I'm just trying to find the page and it's hiding from me. No, I just have forgotten how to read Roman numerals. You know, I've got a first in Latin, but I can't read Roman numerals. They actually only taught it us for about 5 seconds. It's like, maybe they presume that everybody was good at it, but I have to properly, it's maths, I have to calculate it. It's harder than words. The earth dragon Herne is connected to nature and everything within the natural world. The rocks, the earth, the trees, the plants, the animals and the birds. He advises us that we would do well to remember that we too are a part of the seasons. The earth's rotation, no way, like I'm not making it up, look, the earth's rotation and of Mother Earth herself. He reminds us that everything is cyclical and draws our attention to how out of sync we are now with the earth's natural rhythm. It's funny, I think, I don't know if it's Sagittarius or Capricorn, both had, one of them had something about the earth's natural rhythm and cycles and the seasons. Even our internal body clocks are out of kilter. We couldn't imagine, see again, you could be moving through time zones. So your body clocks, you know, you've got like, what is it? Oh, what's it called now? Like air fatigue? I can't think what it's called. We couldn't imagine life without our smartphones, being connected to the internet, social media and 24/7 TV. But all of these things act as distractions which stop us from delving into ourselves, finding our own internal patterns, reconnecting with ourselves and in turn with the natural rhythm of our planet. Herne says, you celebrate May Day, Halloween, Christmas and other festivals, and yet you forget the real essence of what they truly signify. They are a celebration of the turning of the seasons, of the earth's bounty, and you are out of step with these things. I mean, I completely lost track of time. As soon as lockdown started, I was like, yep, time doesn't exist anymore. All I know is lockdown. It is time to reevaluate, to slow down your fast-paced life, for you are constantly spinning on your axis, rather than interweaving with the earth's beautiful tapestry. Make time to look at the trees, watch the waves, listen to the bees. Your body and mind require time to replenish and reboot, to use a popular human word. He also emphasises that nothing lasts forever. Things such as human love and life, he said, wax and wane like the moon. They are forever changing. They follow natural cycles of birth, life, death and rebirth, which seems a bit key actually to the readings this week. All right, I hope that was helpful to you. I'm just going to grab you, I'm going to randomise you a page from this book. It's the Crystal Bible. It's got food on it, so just ignore that, I'm scruffy. The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall, and I've had it for a while, so it's a bit scruffy, but I'm just going to randomise you a page and pick you a crystal. And if you wanted to go and get one of those crystals, maybe you've already got one lying around your home, maybe it'd be helpful for you at this time. What I have found, I mean, you're the 11th reading now. Most of the crystals have been very, very spot on to the topics discussed in the reading, so excited to see what you get, Aquarius. I kind of want you to get aquamarine because you're Aquarius, but I don't think you will. Quartz, good old quartz. Okay, cool. I mean, I've got a fair bit of quartz knocking around. I think quartz is quite a, you know, a chameleon crystal, if you will. Colour clear, so it's talking about clear quartz here. Most types of quartz are easily obtained and it's available and comes from all around the world. Quartz is the most powerful healing energy amplifier on the planet because of its unique helical spiral crystalline form. Found worldwide, it absorbs, stores and releases and regulates energy, and it's excellent for unblocking it. When acupuncture needles are coated in quartz, the effects increase by 10%. Okay. It can double your electromagnetic field. It enhances muscle testing, protects against radiation. It generates electromagnetism and dispels static electricity. It works on a vibrational level attuned to blah, 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 blah. So you can change it depending on the need. It's good for a lot of different purposes. It's cleansing. It's a good energy saver. Okay, cool. So I was drawn to this golden healer, naturally coated, transparent yellow, facilitates spiritual communication over a long distance, including between worlds, and empowers healing at all levels. That's the one that I was kind of drawn to. So I don't know if you want to go and check out Golden Healer Quartz and see if that's beneficial to you at this time. Excuse me, Aquarius. Yes, listen, we're talking about that, you know, the and the things that happen naturally, and sometimes burping is part of that. All right. Aquarius, I hope this reading's been helpful to you. Excuse me, do take care of yourselves, and leave me a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that stuff. Thank you for watching this far. It helps me with those watch hours, so stealth watchers always welcome. And yeah, I will see you again soon. Take care, Aquarius. Bye bye.